So this is modern society in 2026. We've got everybody out here literally looks max to the finest degree, yet millions of people are still single. There's like a 2-to-1 ratio in America of women to men, yet still millions of men are out here single. Like, it's crazy. As far as all these AI jobs go, people are questioning what the future's gonna look like. People are questioning, hey, what's money gonna look like? Because things have been getting pretty tough. I was literally sitting there today at the gym. This random person, never even met them before. They're talking about, yeah, I'm working 2 jobs just to make ends meet. Okay? Went over to Waffle House. This person's like, oh, talking about how they're getting sick because they're having to work 2 jobs and going to college, trying to make ends meet, trying to hope that this future that we're all working towards is going to be worth it and going to have some jobs for us and going to have some relationships and some houses for us. Yeah. So this is modern society in 2026. It's kind of mind-blowing, the fact that 10 years ago, none of us saw this coming. We thought that, okay, we had just gotten out in that 2008 recession and things have tried to make the rebound, thinking that we're on the up and up, okay? But all of a sudden, here we are. 2026 comes around the corner and it feels weird. Does it not? Does it not? Let me know in the comments below how you feel, because I know it cannot be just me here lately that's been feeling strange about how everything's been going on here. So, I mean, gas prices are fluctuating, but still, I would say they're kind of on the high side. You go into the markets trying to go get some food, man, it's about up there. Everything's pretty up there. It doesn't matter where you live. It's pretty up there. It's like I stopped even wearing my headphones out in public just because I want to have as much human interaction as possible when I'm out in public. Go start to look around. Go look around. Watch. The more you see, you're going to see everybody is wearing these headphones, playing on their phone, like addicted to scrolling forever, meaninglessly. What are the last 10 short videos that you watched? Let me know. Without going to look, what are they? Can you even recall something memorable over the last 10 scrolls? Yeah, we've been literally wasting a lot of our time. What we're doing here is replacing the show that used to come on after the other one late at night. You know, you fall asleep at whatever, 10:30, and then the next show comes on at 11. Yeah, that's all we're doing. Scrolling forever, mindlessly. It seems that we've lost focus on what the whole task at hand was, what the dream was, what we were trying to build here. It seems to me like it's a lot more people settling for things instead of standing up, using the voice that they were blessed with, and taking action. Everyone wants to be seen, but nobody's taking the time to understand each other. And everybody wants to be in a relationship, but when you have people that are just like, okay, thanks, like just so short, or you're going over here, going out of your way, there's still men out here going out of their way, going way out of their way, and still getting rejected. It's just like, hey man, it might be time to walk away. Let her go. Like, let me let y'all in on something. Don't catch something that doesn't want to be caught. And don't chase something that's running away from you. Okay? You shouldn't be chasing anything. All right? Chase that bag. Let's go get some money. Let's go invest in some things. Huh? Let's go stack that money. Let's go get us some friends that's gonna come together and make some major things happen. Let's do that. Let's also hit that like button and subscribe if you hadn't already. When we're living in a world where everyone's overwhelmed, literally worked to basically death, like exhausted, you want to blame something. People are trying to blame the politics or blame the AI, blame the technology, but it's not like we can't blame ourselves, because everybody that I know who go 20 years ago, man, people didn't have to have 2 jobs. Literally, the person that had 2 jobs was like, dang, they're getting it. Like, they're for sure getting it. Because now you have 2 jobs and you're breaking even. Shit's crazy. Like, for real, it's crazy. So, with all this, the world is changing. And it's not going to go back to what it was. Like, it's just not. I mean, some people can reminisce and be like, oh man, remember the good old days. Well, the good old days, part of it's nostalgia. It's us thinking back to our years of when we were growing up and really started to remember some things. But the other part of it is technology is going to increase, and there's pros and cons to it. And what about the flock cameras? Literally, I live in the state of Georgia and they are dense. Like, you go a mile down the road, you're probably going to see 3 or 4 or 5 of them. Like, all I'm saying is you're going to see a lot. And this is technology. This is the advancement in technology. I heard that they're going to be able to install updates to where it's got facial recognition, to where they can hear, so they can be standing there and, you know, listen to a conversation at a bus stop. The thing is, there's a pro to this, to say, what if somebody in your family, something major bad happened, like it's like, whoa, holy, and then thankfully there was a flock camera there that you were able to go and check and see which vehicle, or maybe you could hear which conversation, oh, let's go to the right, whatever. And it was able to help you solve a case. In that case, you'd be like, oh, you know, thank that we have these cameras. Okay, you'd be thankful. But if you see that it being used against your free will, and say you're driving in the car and you happen to be going slightly over the speed limit, and it's like, okay, this person on average drives 5 miles over the speed limit, so you end up with a ticket in the mail because it saw that you were just going 5 miles on average over the speed limit. Now this is where you feel that it's encroaching upon your rights to freedom. Yeah, so there's pros and cons here. There's definitely pros and cons to this. And in my last video, I talked about how in the future, not far, but in the near future, we're literally going to put on the Oculus goggles or something of that sort and go into one of these AI robots and go and do a job remotely. It's going to be remote work. I believe it's called teleoperator, tele something like that, but it's like, tell a friend about this. And like I said, if you hadn't already, like this video and subscribe for more. I was talking with my waitress at the Waffle House, and she said that she was going to school for law, something in law. I said, your job's going to be pretty easy here in the future when you're going to have AI. Literally, you're going to be able to run whatever document, situation, case through the AI, and it's going to give you outcomes of what you should do. It's like, oh, this, you know, this $150 fine, or this is 7 days in jail. Like, I mean, it's going to give you what it thinks the result or verdict should be, and then as a human being, you're going to make the decision on, I guess you're going to have some compassion, some heart, or some emotion, you know? There you go. AI doesn't have emotion. They're just giving you facts. And half the time, literally, I auto-corrected the AI. It said indefinitely. It said indefinitely that it will not be making that error. I was like, whoa, I just literally trained AI. It used a and then a word afterwards instead of an with the vowel. Okay, yeah. Anyways. But people are stressed out, dude. And it's like the amount of people that I've met, random people I've never even spoke to before, say, oh, like how hard it is. How hard it is, and that do you have any extra work, and what are you doing for work, and how are things. Yeah, I've literally ran into multiple people saying that they have multiple jobs and talking about how it's tough to make ends meet. So these are random people, men and women, that I had never met before in my life. And they're both on the same page here. And these are different parts of town, making different amounts of money. So what blows my mind here is whether you're making 150 or whether you're making 50 or less, some people 20, 12, who knows? Like, I mean, dang, whatever amount you're making, there's a squeeze going on, and everybody feels it. Because if you're making $150,000 a year, you're living like you're making $150,000 a year. You're not still living in that rinky-dink shack that you first had when you know what I'm saying? You upgraded. Like, go play GTA, or we're all going to get to here soon, coming up in a few months, depending on when you watch this video. I mean, dang, dude, it might still not be released, and years could have gone by past the time this video's been out. Like, Oh my gosh, hopefully you liked and subscribed by then. Holy. But, goodness. People are stressed out. Like, let's just, come on. Like, you got a voice. If you're watching this, the chances are you can speak as well. So, talk about this. Go get involved. Go speak and say, hey, look, I mean, show some concern, because nothing is going to change if we don't change. First, we got to change up here. So, like, once you can see it differently, then you begin to act differently, move differently, think differently. Like, all of it just happens differently. It's a pretty cool thing. Oh, my goodness. I'm a 30-year-old man. Like, I'm literally, as of right when I started this video, I turned 30. So, it's like 12-15 now. Like, happy birthday to me. But this is what I'm saying. I just grinded my butt off for an entire 365 days. Put like blood, sweat, and tears. Look at me. Like, I put in the work. I'm saying I put in some time, some effort, some grind hours into everything. Every extension of my life, I put my all into it this past year. And I would say there are advancements. I do see advancements, but at the same time, just as well as many other people watching this video right now, they could say the same thing, that they feel more or less like they're kind of in the same place. Let me know in the comments below. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments below, because, you know, I mean, I got a motorcycle. I paid off all my debts. Yeah, okay. I mean, okay. All right. And I've been blessed with a lot of, yeah, okay. All right. It's just, all I know is if this was 60 years ago or something like that, like a whole lot of time ago, when we were making proportionate money or something, however, whatever, I don't know. I just know that, I probably would have had like 5 houses by now, or something, 6, maybe 6, 7 houses. Gosh, dude, I bet you that meme is gonna be old by the time somebody sees this. Holy. If you hadn't already, like this video and subscribe for more.